We're going to do a basic yoga flow today that works on opening the chest, the shoulders, and also the hips. So we'll go ahead and get started. I have a block here with me today and also a strap that we will be using. So just set those somewhere close where you can easily grab them. We'll go ahead and begin an extended child's pose. Take your knees comfortably wide, big toes to touch, sink your hips back. Let your forehead just rest on the mat. Begin to breathe in deeply in through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, in through the nose, stretch your fingertips forward. And breathe out through your mouth, sinking your hips back. We'll do just one more breath like this. Nice big inhale in. And open, exhale, open mouth, exhale down or out your mouth. And let your shoulder blades just slide down your back. Begin to shift your hips and shoulders from side to side. Gently rock your forehead from temple to temple. So notice areas of your body that are maybe holding on to tension. Inhale, shift forward. Find your tabletop pose. Spread your fingers nice and wide on your mat. And stack your knees directly underneath of your hips. Pull your belly button in. Reach the crown of your head forward and your tailbone back. Inhale, sweep your right arm high to the sky. Open up and circle your arm around forward. Circle it around back. Inhale, reach forward. Open up your chest. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right arm under your body. Rest your ear on the mat, letting your neck and shoulder relax. And maybe take a bind by bringing your left hand behind your back, reaching for your hip crease. Or take your hand on top of the other hand and gently pull it under your body. Whatever option you go with, press into the back of your right arm to feel a deeper stretch. Take an inhale and an exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, release your grip. Take your left hand back to the mat. Sweep your right arm back up nice and high to the sky and release it back down. Find your foundation again by spreading your fingers wide and engaging the core. Sweep your left arm up, open up high to the sky, gaze up. Circle your arm around forward and back. Go ahead, inhale, reach up again, opening up the chest. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your left arm under your body. Let your left ear rest on the mat. Take your bind by bringing your right arm behind your back or take your hand on top of the other, gently pulling it under your body. Relax your neck and shoulders. Press into the back of your left arm. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, release your grip. Place your right hand back on the mat. Sweep the left arm up high. Open up one more time. And exhale, take your hand back down. Start to take some organic movement here by just shifting the hips and the shoulders side to side. Dropping the hips back, circling them around. Take a few circles like this, forward, to the left, and then to the right. Just working through the kinks, pops, cracks that you might be holding on to. We'll go ahead, find a neutral position, spread your fingers wide again, re-engage your core, tuck your toes, take an inhale. Then exhale, press the hips up and back. First downward facing dog of the day. So make sure that your hands are about shoulders width apart, your feet are at least hips width apart, maybe wider if you have tight hamstrings. Press your heels down towards the mat. Gaze straight back behind you. Press your chest back towards your legs. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Rotate your elbows slightly in. Take one more inhale to look forward. Then exhale, travel to the top of your space. Ragdoll pose. Step your feet behind your wrists. Grab opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. Start to just sway side to side, stretching out the back of the legs. Switch your grip, bringing the opposite arm in front. Nod your head yes, shake it no. Inhale, relax. Relax your fingertips and your arms down towards the ground. Inch your feet in comfortably close together. Bend your knees and start to roll up your spine, taking your time. Once you make it all the way to the top of your mat, press into your feet. Roll your shoulders back. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hip points high. Pull your belly button up and in. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms high overhead. Rotate your pinkies in. Take an inhale. Exhale, find your back bend. Shift your hips forward, lean back, Enema. Inhale, back mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Ride your breath down. Take your time. Plant your hands, step your feet back to a high plank. Pause here, engaging the core. Then exhale, lower down to your knees. Pin your elbows in, lowering down just halfway. Then find your up dog. Press into the tops of your feet, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, find your child's pose. Sink your hips all the way back. Sink in and breathe 3 breath cycles. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. And inhale, shift forward. Know that as we move through our high to low planks, you can skip that part altogether. And instead of doing the high to low plank where we bring the elbows into the body and then come to the up dog, you can simply just stay in your high plank and then lower your knees down, press back to your child's pose, or stay in your high plank and lift the hips right back to your downward facing dog. Go ahead and do whatever feels best in your body, and that might be different each day to really honor your body and how it's feeling. We'll start back in our downward facing dog, moving through Sun A a second time. Inhale here, lift the tailbone high. Exhale, press your hips back, press your chest back towards your legs. Take an inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your space, big toes comfortably close together. Inhale, halfway lift, press your palms into your shins, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bring it all the way back down. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, back bend, open up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side body stretch, reach up and then over to the side. Inhale, lift back up. Other side, reach up, bend over. Inhale, back mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, ride your breath all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, flow through high to low, pinning the elbows into your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, press up and back. Take 3 breath cycles here. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Last time through Sun A. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, take it back down. Inhale, mountain, rise up, sweep your arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, back bend, lean back, guide your hips forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side body stretch, any variety. Reach up and over with the left, shift your hips in the opposite direction. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, side body stretch, other way. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips, ride your breath down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or float back, flow through high to low. Lower down halfway, pinning your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your chest, pull it forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, press all the way back. Take an inhale and an exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Now moving on, coming to our Sun B. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, press your palms into your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bring it back down. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips low, reach your arms high, and then draw your tailbone underneath you, pulling your abdominals in. Take an inhale here, and an exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms back, find airplane arms. Squeeze your pinkies towards one another, squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Bring more weight to your heels, pull your belly button up and in. Inhale, back to chair pose, sink nice and low. Exhale, release to a forward fold, bring your hands down. Inch your feet comfortably far apart for gorilla pose. Take your hands, slip them underneath of your feet, bringing your toes towards the crease of your wrist. Shift weight forward, bringing a little compression to your hands. Let your head hang heavy, maybe bend your elbows, find a deeper stretch to the hamstrings. Shift from side to side. Inhale, release, mindfully one hand at a time. Then bring your feet comfortably close together. Inhale, halfway lift, press into your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, take it back down. Inhale, step your feet back, high plank pose, flow through your high to lower, simply hold your high plank, and then press back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale and an exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Second time through Sun B, or second round of Sun B, a little bit different this time. So inhale, take your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, open up your hip, bending your knee. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step through. Take a pause here, ensure that your legs each have their own lane and you feel like you have a strong foundation. Leave your left fingertips on the ground, reach your right fingertips high, pressing the hips forward. Take an inhale, and then an exhale. Inhale, mindfully lower your back knee towards the ground, and then rise up, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Bring your hands to the top of your right leg and press lightly down on your quad. Keep guiding the hips open. You should find a nice stretch here in that hip flexor. Squeeze your glute to find an even deeper stretch. Exhale, shift back. Find a little bit of length through that right leg. Draw the crown of your head forward and your tailbone back. Inhale, shift forward. Walk your fingertips around, moving right into our prone frog. Bring your knees down. So the inside of your knees are on your mat. Your ankles are as wide as your knees or maybe even wider. And then come on down to your forearms. Guide your hips back for a deeper stretch. Let your head and upper body just rest. Come to your breath here, soften. Focus on your breath rather than the sensation in your hips. Take just one more breath here. As you're ready, return to your palms, walk them back in towards your hips. And then take your time moving your knees back towards one another. Maybe pause for a moment in hero's pose, resting your palms down or up. Palms down for more of a grounding sensation, more of a grounding effect. Palms up to receive and give. Take a nice inhale here. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, turn yourself around towards the front edge of your mat. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Take an inhale in and an exhale out to reset. Inhale, take your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, open up your hip by bending your knee. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, find your low lunge. Step your foot all the way through. Keep your right hand planted on the mat. Reach your left arm up. Find your twist. Guide your hips forward and down. Inhale, sweep that left hand back down. And then mindfully lower down to your back knee. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Press down lightly into your left quadricep, lifting your chest, finding length through the front side of the body, guiding your hips forward and down, stretching that hip flexor. Squeeze the right glute to feel more of a stretch. Use your breath to soften and relax your muscles. Take an inhale here. And exhale to find your half splits, the counter stretch. Pull your toes back towards you. Drop your nose towards your leg. Reach the crown of your head forward and your tailbone back. Inhale, shift forward. We'll make our way this time to a wide leg forward fold. So tuck your toes under, move to the wide or the long side of your mat. Pigeon toe your feet slightly and micro bend your knees to protect them. And then drop your head down, finding a wide leg forward fold. You can move around in this or just settle in whatever is calling to you. Take a couple of breaths here. Then inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, crawl your fingertips all the way around to the front of the mat. Gaze forward, engage your core. And step your right foot to the top of the mat, feet together to touch. Inhale, inch your feet out to the edges of your mat and then turn your toes out so just your heels remain on your mat and sink down to your yogi squat. Press into your feet, lift your chest. Settle in here for a couple of breaths. Inhale to release your hands back down to the mat. Step your feet all the way back. Hold your high plank pose. Take an inhale. And then nice and slowly lower all the way down to your mat. Once you get there, tuck your toes under so the tops of your feet are resting on the mat. Press into your feet so much so that your kneecaps come up and off the mat. And then peel your chest up, finding cobra pose. Squeeze your elbows towards one another. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Take an inhale. Then an exhale to release. Bring your right ear to the mat. Lengthen out through your right arm, palm facing down. Then bend your left leg. Bring your left leg up and over, finding little wing. Press into your left palm for more of a stretch. Relax your neck and shoulders and just breathe. Inhale, come back through center. Extend your left arm, this time palm facing down. Bend your right leg. Bring that up and over, finding little wing on the left side. Press down into your right palm for more of an opening, more of a stretch through that left side of your body. Take an inhale and an exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Mindfully come back through center. Bring your palms to your shoulders, and with the strength of your arms then, press up to your tabletop position. Bring your knees directly underneath your hips and step your hands one step forward. Drop your hips forward and down. Find your scorpion up dog, drawing your heels towards your seat, lifting your chest. Press your hips forward and down. Exhale, press all the way back, child's pose for just one breath. Inhale. Exhale, come forward, scorpion up dog. Drop the hips, bring your heels towards your seat, lift your chest. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Last time through here. Inhale, come forward, drop the hips, bring the heels towards the seat, press into your palms. Take an inhale. And then an exhale, return to your child's pose for one breath cycle. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come forward. Come just stand on your knees and grab for your strap. We'll take the strap now in our hands and grab wider than shoulder width apart. Stand up tall on your knees, guide your hips forward, squeeze your glutes, pull your core in tight. Take an inhale, and then exhale. Move that strap up and over, working through the front of the shoulders. If your shoulders are more tight, grab a little bit wider on the strap. If they're pretty flexible, you can grab more narrow. But start on the side of grabbing a little bit wider, and you can work your way towards a little bit more narrow grip. Making sure that we're moving with breath, taking our time. Once you've gotten through a couple of rounds of that, maybe just shift yourself from side to side a little bit. You can go ahead, set your strap down and off to the side. We'll return our palms to the mat, making our way back to our downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, take your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, open up your hip by bending your knee, bringing your heel towards your seat. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step all the way through. Find your low lunge. Pause for a moment here. Gaze forward, moving into crescent lunge. Charge your left heel back. Keep a nice bend in your front knee. Knee stacked right over your ankle. And with core strength, rise up. Take your arms overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Shift forward, lengthening your spine. And then revolve to crescent lunge will be next. Hook your left arm outside of your right leg. Press arm into leg and leg into arm. Really fire up that back leg. Charge your left heel back. Knees over your right shoulder. If this is a challenge for you, or if you'd like to focus more on the twist, come down to your back knee. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, turn yourself back to center. Take your arms overhead. If you lowered your knee, rise back up to your crescent lunge. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Find heel to arch alignment through your feet. Stack your right knee over your right ankle. Press into the back edge of your left foot. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back and fire up your arms. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring your right arm down. Maybe press it into your leg for more of a shoulder or more of a hip opening, or rest it on the leg. Reach more up than down, engaging your core, opening up your chest by pressing the back of your left palm behind you. Take an inhale, then an exhale to reverse your warrior. Reach up and back, maintain the bend in your front knee. Take an inhale here. Exhale, circle your palms down. Frame your front foot, step your foot back, find your high plank. Pause for a moment here. Shift forward slightly, pin your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press all the way back. Take 2 breath cycles here. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, take your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, open up your hip, bending your knee, bringing your heel towards your seat. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your hands. Ensure that each foot has its own lane. Engage your core, look forward. Then inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Fire up through your right leg. Squeeze your inner thighs together, gaze straight ahead. Take an inhale. And exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Inhale, shift forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, revolve crescent lunge to the left. Hook your right arm outside of your leg. Press arm into leg, leg into arm. If this is too much of a challenge, or if you'd like to come down, or if you'd like to focus on the twist, come down to your knee. Do the same thing here. Continue to press arm into leg, gaze over that left shoulder. Inhale, suck your belly button in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back through center. If you came down to your knee, go ahead, rise up, liberate your arms overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale, spin your back foot down, finding heel to arch alignment, settling into warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward and then down. Left arm presses into your left leg or rests on top the right leg, or left leg rather. Right arm reaches up, reach more up than down. Press into the back edge of your right foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Keep the bend in your front knee, reach up and back. Inhale. Exhale, circle your hands down. Step your foot back, find your high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, press all the way back. Take 3 breath cycles. Just one more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step all the way through, come to grab a seat. Next, we'll need our block. We're gonna come to a supported bridge here. So you can lie all the way down on your back. Bend your knees so that your heels are nice and close to your seat. Then lift your hips enough so that you can set that block underneath your sacrum. Just settle in here, let your arms rest at your sides. You're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like a little bit more of a hip stretch, bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees splay out for Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a few nice, restful, restorative breaths here, allowing your pelvis and your hips to be completely supported by the block beneath you. Inhales and exhales. Coming back to that nice, even 4 to 6 second inhale, 4 to 6 second exhale, which calms our body, softens the muscles, calms the mind. Inhale, guide your knees slowly back towards one another. Inch your feet apart, about hips width, and then press into the bottoms of your feet. Remove the block out from underneath of you. Bring your arms alongside your body. Press into your palms, lift your hips as high as you can. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your body, lift your chest, and tuck your chin slightly down towards your chest, lengthening through the back of the neck. Take an inhale here, and an exhale to slowly lower all the way down to your mat. Extend your left leg out long. Pull your right knee in. Find wind removing pose, guiding your right knee back towards your right shoulder. Maybe move that around a bit. And go ahead, release your right arm out from your right shoulder. Taking a supine twist. Guide your leg across your body. Anchor down through your right shoulder. Gaze over your right fingertips. Take an inhale here. And stay for your exhale. Inhale, move your knee back across your body. Bend your left leg back in, returning the sole of your foot to the mat, and then cross your right ankle over your left. Find your supine figure 4. Grab behind your left hamstring. Flex your right foot or ankle. Find that stretch through the right glute, right hip area. Anchor down through your back, soften your shoulders, breathe here, and relax. On your inhale, release the grip from your hamstring. Release your right leg. Pull both knees into your chest, neutralize by just rocking a bit from side to side. And go ahead, release your right leg out long on your mat. Draw your left knee in, finding wind removing pose on the left side. Hug your left knee towards your left shoulder. Maybe move it around a little bit, finding space in the hip. Inhale, release your left arm straight out from your left shoulder, and then guide your leg across your body for a supine twist on the left. Anchor through that left shoulder blade. Gaze over your left fingertips. Use your breath to help expand your lungs, filling with air. And then exhale, soften, creating more space for that twist. Inhale, guide your leg back over the midline. Bend your right knee, returning the sole of your foot to your mat, and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Draw your right knee in, grabbing behind that hamstring, finding supine figure 4 on this side. Flex your left foot, press down into the mat. Maybe find a little bit of movement here. Opening up through that left hip. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, release your grip. Again, draw both knees into your chest. Press your lower back down, and then take your peace fingers and thumbs. Find a yogi toe lock on your big toes. Pull down on your toes, guiding your knees alongside of your body. Ecstatic baby, a version of happy baby pose. Tilt your tailbone down. Maybe straighten one or both legs. And draw your knees back into your chest. Make yourself a little ball. Squeeze in tight. Flex all your muscles. One last time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let go. Final Shavasana. Let your arms and legs go out wide. Blink your eyes closed. Just be still. Come back to your normal breathing pattern. Just rest, keeping your mind within the four corners of your mat. Allowing your attention to be on your inhales and your exhales, and nothing more. As you're ready to move on with your day, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. Take a long body stretch, bringing your arms overhead, reaching your toes out in front of you. And then go ahead and roll to your right or your left side. Fetalasana, drawing your knees into your chest, resting your head on your bicep. Take one last private moment here. Setting the restart button for your day, for your life, for your mood, for how you will carry on. Go ahead, press yourself up now to a comfortable seated position. We'll join our hands together at heart center. As always, it is an honor and a privilege to guide through the yoga practice. Guide your thumbs up to third eye center, your seat of intuition, space between your eyebrows. Bow forward to seal in our practice. Namaste.